There are different views as to who Melchizedek was. Many Christians see Melchizedek as Jesus himself, since there are many parallels that exist between the two. Even in Latter-day Saint views, there has not been a universal agreement on the issue. The general view leans towards Shem, one of the sons of Noah, as being Melchizedek. John Taylor viewed Shem and Melchizedek to be the same person. John A. Whitsoe viewed Shem and Melchizedek to be the same person. A number of Jewish traditions say that Melchizedek is Shem, who was the son of Noah. Aaron Rodgers writes, "The man who helped Noah his father build the ark that saved them from the flood of God's judgment. The man who listened to the preaching of Noah for 100 years before the flood and 350 years after the flood. Shem knew the mountain of the Lord and set up a yeshiva, a religious training school, on that holy mountain. Then when the confusion of the tongues took place, Shem's name was changed by God to Melchizedek." Other sources also support the view that Shem and Melchizedek is the same person. So those who hold this view do have some support for it. LDS writer Alma Jiggy notes that both Shem and Melchizedek lived in the same period. The scriptures tell us the birth and genealogy of Shem, but little about his life. The scriptures don't tell us anything about Melchizedek's birth or genealogy, but information about his ministry and adult life. If Shem and Melchizedek are the same person, that would explain the gaps for each name. He proposed 7 reasons why Shem and Melchizedek is the same person. 1. The inheritance given to Shem included the land of Salem. Melchizedek appears in Scripture as the king of Salem, who reigns over this area. 2. Shem, according to later revelation, reigned in righteousness and the priesthood came through him. Melchizedek appears on the scene with a title that means king of righteousness. 3. Shem was the great high priest of his day. Abraham honored the high priest Melchizedek by seeking a blessing at his hands and paying him tithes. 4. Abraham stands next to Shem in the patriarchal order of the priesthood and would surely have received the priesthood from Shem, but D&C 84:5-17 says Abraham received the priesthood from Melchizedek. 5. Jewish tradition identifies Shem as Melchizedek. 6. President Joseph F. Smith's remarkable vision named Shem among the great patriarchs, but no mention is made of Melchizedek. 7. Times and Seasons editor John Taylor speaks of Shem, who was Melchizedek. Some Latter-day Saints have not held the view that Shem and Melchizedek is the same person. They include Bruce or McConkie, who said in part, "Abraham received the priesthood from Melchizedek, who received it through the lineage of his fathers, even till Noah." In other words, there seem to have been at least 2 generations between Melchizedek and Shem. E. Douglas Clark also viewed Shem and Melchizedek to be different people. There is no official position by the Church on the issue as far as I know. I would like to finish this presentation on the issue of whether Melchizedek had a father or mother. Some people claim that Melchizedek did not have a father or mother from Hebrews chapter 7. They may even claim this means Melchizedek is Jesus from the statement in verse 3. Without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days, not end of life. The Joseph Smith translation of the Bible or inspired version renders this passage as follows. For this Melchizedek was ordained a priest after the order of the Son of God, which order was without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days, nor end of life. And all those who are ordained unto this priesthood are made like unto the Son of God, abiding a priest continually. This change makes sense. We know Jesus had a mother whose name was Mary. This eliminates Jesus and Melchizedek being the same person. Perhaps it is Adam, since he had not moral father or mother. That is the only scriptural option with this interpretation. If Melchizedek did not have a father or mother, one would have to wonder where the writer of Hebrews got this idea from. It is not found in the Old Testament. I am not aware of ancient Jewish traditions holding such a view. Surely this new idea would have caused confusion among the people in the 1st century, as the idea would appear to be revolutionary. The inspired version changes the focus point from Melchizedek being without father or mother to the order of the priesthood itself being without father or mother. This draws a clear distinction of the Melchizedek priesthood from the Aaronic or Levitical priesthood in the Old Testament, where lineage played an important role on who was given that order of the priesthood. A person may be eligible for the Levitical priesthood by simply being a Levite. Critics will disagree on all of this, but it does not matter since their explanations are not any better. Thank you for your time.